Bitcoin is still consolidating sideways, and as longer this consolidation is going to be lasting, the bigger the breakout is going to be eventually. So on today's update video, of course, I'm going to be talking about the most important signals I am currently seeing happening on this trend right now, and many more important charts I will be discussing to, of course, forecast what the next move is going to be for Bitcoin. So without any further ado, don't forget to slap that like button back above 800 likes. It will be highly appreciated. And with that being said, let me jump straight away in towards the content. So, I have been discussing this pattern for quite a while right now already, because Bitcoin has been consolidating in this pattern for over 12 days in a row right now. So the longer the consolidation is going to be lasting, the bigger the breakout is eventually going to be here. But Bitcoin is basically still creating higher lows after higher lows, but at the same time it's creating some lower highs on the top side. So what we're seeing right now is a big compression getting created on Bitcoin, and I can tell you, whenever we're going to be breaking outside of this compression, which we are creating on multiple time frames, we are going to be seeing a massive breakout happening on Bitcoin. But so far, we are not there yet here. We have not seen the big breakout on Bitcoin, and I can guarantee you, whenever we're going to be breaking above resistance or whether we're going to be breaking below support, we're going to be seeing an enormous move here. And to be clear, if we're going to be breaking bullish, I am expecting Bitcoin is going to be pushing up to the highs of $74,000, and if Bitcoin is going to be breaking bearish, I am expecting it's going to be pushing towards the lows around $62,000. So those are my two price targets I am currently aiming for on this next breakout on Bitcoin. But you can also clearly see that if you're looking at this big perspective, we've seen Bitcoin consolidating downwards. Now it has been going upwards and sees another consolidation. So the most likeliest direction for the Bitcoin breakout from this point is actually upwards. So let's see how it's going to be playing out. But currently you can clearly see we're creating significant higher lows on the 12-hour time frame, and only just for the last two highs in the market we've been creating a lower high. So the majority of the trend is still basing upwards, so it is going to be more likely that Bitcoin is of course still going to be continuing the trend higher. And for me, one of the most important levels to be paying attention towards is that $67,000 level, because $67,000 previously, right, if I extend this level, has clearly provided big resistance for Bitcoin right here, also right here, also right here, and the moment we broke above it, we saw an enormous large candle towards the upside, and twice once we retested this level, that was actually the point where Bitcoin bounced from off this exact level as well. So I believe that this is a level we should be taking very seriously, and so far we're still holding above it. So if we do break below it, we are going to be having some problems, but it's not going to be all too big of a deal here. So yeah, we're still consolidating, and basically what we're looking out for is that next move here. But I have got a very good indicator, which is telling us something about whether that next big move upwards or downwards is going to be happening. And actually the last time this signal flashed the buy signal, it was over here, and Bitcoin increased in value over, from off that point, let me see this correctly, over 64%, which is quite insane. Then the time before that, we had a buy signal. Bitcoin increased over 82% towards the upside. So every single time this buy signal flash, Bitcoin goes up to like 60 to 80%, which is quite insane so far. And now this signal is once again flashing. So far, Bitcoin is currently sitting like 1.2 or 2% upwards, but I believe that this signal is just the beginning of a bigger trend reversal. And I really believe that the trend is still looking overly bullish on Bitcoin, and I really do not believe that this is a good time to be fading Bitcoin and of course being too bearish on it. Because yeah, we're seeing large inflows on the spot Bitcoin ETFs, we're seeing all kinds of large institutions buying Bitcoin, and also, we got the Ethereum ETF accepted, which is only suggesting and indicating that Bitcoin and the cryptocurrencies in general are widely getting accepted, they're getting widely adopted, and more importantly, they are not going away anymore. And yes, especially with the Bitcoin halving just behind us, I am expecting a big bull market is going to come, and for Bitcoin to go to $100,000 from here on seems to me all more than likely. And yes, while we're looking at the funding rates, they are still positive, which I don't really like, because that means that the majority of the traders are currently actually in a long position. But if I'm still looking at the liquidation heat map, I can still see that the majority of the liquidity is actually still being built up above us, which basically also means that, of course, that most likely Bitcoin is going to be first going upwards, because we usually always take out the liquidity first before moving towards another direction. So the majority of the liquidity is laying around $74,000. To be exact, we're going to be seeing more than $4.6 billion worth of Bitcoin short liquidations happening if we reach that level. Even more, because below that, around $72,000, we're also seeing an approximately $5 billion in short liquidations. So I'm expecting a large liquidity grab is going to be happening on the top side of the region. Once Bitcoin is going to be hitting $74,000 approximately, I'm going to be taking profit on my trade, because yeah, I've been in my trade for quite a while. I've already paid more than $6.6 thousand in funding rates, and whenever we're just going to be hitting that target of 60 or $74,000 US, which is my full take profit target, I'm gonna be going fully out. We've made over $200,000 at that point, and for me at that point, it's more than okay to of course take profits off the table. And of course after that, I'm gonna be looking at the next trading opportunity. So if you want to be joining me with the next trading opportunity, don't forget to first of all follow me on the channel, and of course if you want to be trading yourself, make sure to check it out in the link description of today's video, because if you press on this link right here, you can currently claim a free $200 trade on Bitcoin or Ethereum on Bybit, and all you need to do for that is deposit $100 in your first 7 days, and boom, you could be claiming this insane deposit bonus. So go to the link description of today's video, press on this link, sign up an account, and claim it yourself. And if I'm then going to be looking at the bull flag scenario, we're still breaking out, and yes, it's just moments before we're going to be actually breaking out. That is where I currently think we're sitting. And yes, if I'm looking at the bullish bands, we can clearly see that right now Bitcoin volatility is at an historical low, not seen since beginning 2024. And of course, all the other times this signal has also flashed in 2022, 2 times in 2023, we've always seen massive moves on Bitcoin happening. So this is something that doesn't really flash every single time, but this signal is currently indicating that a massive move is coming for Bitcoin, and it's going to be happening anytime soon here. And considering the fact that we are at the beginning of this bull market, we are at the beginning phase of the breakout of this bull flag pattern, I believe that something enormous is about to be happening, and most people are not prepared for what is going to be next on Bitcoin. So yeah, make sure to pay attention towards that. Also, considering the fact, guys, in this bull market, 20 to 23% corrections are the new standard. So whenever we're going to get any of these corrections, I think that it is a good time to be loading up on your long positions. That is what I will be doing as well in the future. And of course, whenever that's going to be happening, I'm going to show you this once again, how I'm going to be approaching it, how I'm going to be trading it, and how I will be opening up my next long position on Bitcoin. And yes, we're still creating this massive descending rolling wedge pattern. And yes, if we're looking at Bitcoin, we have seen a significant rally towards the upside, and this is basically the first consolidation. And yeah, we're right now consolidating for, let me say this correctly, for in about 93 days here, almost 100. And I think that 100 days is really the maximum of this consolidation. I believe that it is not going to be taking much longer than it is currently already taking. So yeah, we are really at the end stage of this consolidation, and really whenever we do break above the top side of the region, which is sitting around $74,000, I believe we're going to be going parabolic. But this pattern is very important to pay attention towards. We're right now sitting at the top side of the region, so the risk is most certainly higher to be opening up a long position, but the chances of breaking higher is also never been higher than before. So yeah, I am very excited on Bitcoin. I believe that we should be looking at this massive consolidation phase right here, because this will be telling us something about where Bitcoin is heading towards next. And we're just having a big breakout happening any moment right now here. And whenever that big breakout is going to be happening, we're going to be seeing a big squeeze here. So make sure to pay attention towards that. But anyways, this was it for me in today's update video. If you did enjoy, don't forget to slap with the like button, subscribe to the channel, and I'll see you guys on the next one. Peace out. Goodbye.